Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Ridge from Youngblood Reviews, and I am back here on a Monday when I did one yesterday, which was good day, good Sunday. But now I'm back here on Monday again, and then we're gonna go back regular on our regular schedule. Brad's gonna be on Sunday, and again I'm on Monday here again. I need to stop babbling. Anyway, this week we are actually talking about books that endings surprised us, and this week's bad for me. I'm not usually taken by surprise. It has to be something really surprising to get me off guard. I mean, really, I'm not surprised that easily. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start. The first book is actually The Phantom Diaries by Kaylin Gao. And the reason, it's not that The Phantom Diaries actually surprised me. It's kind of like you knew what ending it was going to have, or in the vicinity of what was going to happen. It's just the way it happened is what caught me off guard. And that actually made me get to the ending much faster, considering this is actually a very, very short book. Honestly, this book is awesome. If you haven't read it, go read it. But it's not one of it's one of those books that you can tell what's going to happen at the end, but you just don't know how. You don't know how it's going to happen. I don't really know how to explain that very well, but either way, it's a good book, great ending. Next book is Glow by Amy Kathleen Ryan. This book is actually not one of those types of surprising endings you would see mostly. It was more surprising mostly because of how a character changed. A lot of characters change at the end of this book, and in Spark, which is the second book, characters changed even more, to the point where you were very mad. But either way, the book was really good. And the change just really got me, and that's what made it surprising. And you see a lot of people grow as a character, which is really awesome in a book, at least I think it is. If you see a character grow, then you know a book is it's progressing a lot better. The next book, the ending really stunk. Well, actually, not that it stunk, it's just it made me mad. It's one of those books where you're like, favorite character. Have you ever had a book where your favorite character just, like, dies? I'm not saying that's what happens in this book. It's one of those endings. It's like something bad happens to one of your characters that you just love, and you love it so much, and you think, dang, where did this book go? What slope did this book take? I mean, really. And it is A Voice in the Wind by Francine Rivers, which is the first book in the Mark of the Lions trilogy. Have not read it? Go get it. Great series. I've read the first two books, and I haven't got to the third one yet. But, like I said, the ending is not necessarily that, not giving it away, but I'm not saying that a character dies. I'm just saying it's one of those endings that something bad happens, that you wish had not happened, and that you're very mad about. I know there are some books out there that are like that. I've actually encountered some of those books, and I did not pick up the second one because of the endings. That may sound weird, but some endings are just end so horribly and so badly that you don't like. You just don't feel like reading the second one. Or at least that's my opinion. This book was actually very different. It ended with I have kind of a love-hate relationship with the ending to this book. It's one of those books that it's one of those endings where it's like, dang, hated that ending, but guess what? I'm going to read the second one. It's one of those endings, and I don't like those endings because I feel tempted. Next book, I think everybody can say that this was a surprising ending. Nobody saw it coming. Or maybe everybody else saw it coming and I just didn't. I'm very clueless when it comes to endings, because mostly I don't get caught off guard by endings. And it is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. If you have read, or not Insurgent, Divergent. Dang, I'm confused. Divergent by Veronica Roth. If you have read this book, you know my surprise. You have felt this surprise before. Maybe some people didn't, maybe some people did, but I was definitely one of the people that did. I felt like a wave had hit me right in the face. It's one of those endings where it's like, feels like someone just punched you right in the face and you didn't see it coming. One of those endings. Or at least it was for me. Maybe not for you, maybe you saw it coming, but I sure didn't see it coming. I saw a big ending coming. It's just I didn't see that big of an ending coming. Great book if you have not read it. I don't think there's anybody in the world that hasn't read it. It's really funny. My sister started reading Divergent, and she said, I just can't get into this book. I don't know why people love it. And I was like, keep reading it. Just keep going. Just read it all, and you will understand why it's like the best book in YA right now. And then like I think like 2 weeks later, I saw her again. She's like, have you got Insurgent yet? I'm like, had it for a while, actually. I had it since it came out. She's like, I'm in love. I am in love. And honestly, guys, she read 50 Shades of Grey, and she loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. She loved it. She loved this more. Very surprised. I actually like Divergent more than a lot of my books on my shelf, and that is saying a lot, because I have a lot of books on my shelf. So that is all for me this week, you guys. Well, at least, yeah, this week. I'm just going to leave it at that, because I think I ruined the ending to the last video. I couldn't shut up for the life of me. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Hope you stay for the rest of the week to watch the rest of the videos, and I hope you have a great weekend reading. So I'll see you guys next Monday. Happy reading!